Hey everybody, it's Justin, your guide to the other side. I really wanted to get started by doing some analysis on Legends of the Mara by looking at the other side light paper. So, the first thing I noticed was that the light paper is not light at all. It's very technically heavy, and there's a lot of things that I'm going to skip that you can take a look at later. But I really just want to go over the most important thing, which is like gameplay, right? And specific insights that we can gain, like, hey, I mean, how does resource crafting work, or how does any of these things work? So we're just going to go straight and skip basically everything and just go straight to the ODK. So the other side development kit is a super important tool for developers to learn how the game works, right? But this is also important for us as players because they might slip some interesting insight into the game here. So if we keep scrolling down, I mean, there are three things through the ODK. There's people, there's the places, there's things. We're really only interested in the authoring and manufacturing process, right? Because this is crafting in the game. So it's very similar to something like Minecraft, where there's a template. You're going to need to know the recipe in order to craft it, and that's going to be the crazy thing about Other Side. Right when Legends of the Mara begins, is because no one's going to have any idea how to build or craft anything, and people are just going to experiment and try and discover things, and that's gonna be for a while to process, and it's definitely gonna be something really to look at. So again, you're gonna need to know the recipes. It's gonna be discovered, in the first couple seasons of Legends of the Mara. You're gonna need to get those resources. Whether we'll learn how we get those resources later. So you're gonna need the knowledge and the resources to manufacture the item that you want. And there are a couple of reasons why you should this is going to be a core part of other side gameplay, in my opinion. So if we scroll down, we can kind of see, hey, there's two primary processes that form the basis for ODK tools. There's authoring tools. I'm going to skip this part. And then there's manufacturing tools. Okay, this is important. So an object to become real and permanent within Otherside, it has to be manufactured. This is a crafting process. So to do this, a Voyager collects resources from around Otherside and combines them with a template to create as many of the item that they would like. So as long as they have enough resources to do it, they can do it. And then when it becomes manufactured, it can be used and interacted with in game. So they're being intentionally vague on what can be crafted. We have no idea necessarily what will be able to be crafted, but we'll see. We'll see. So the manufacturing process allows Voyagers to use templates and create things using their interoperable standards. So we're going to skip optimizations and moderation, blah, blah, blah. Resourcing and imbuing. So, resourcing. All objects require resources to be manufactured. That's obvious. Resources can be found on plots. Okay, that's farming. That makes sense. Traded for. Okay, that's a little bit more interesting. If you haven't heard necessarily about the marketplace, but I think that was covered in one of the previous vlogs in the obelisk. So they have an event that's gonna build their marketplace out, so it's not necessarily a secret, but I'm not sure how that trading mechanism will work. I mean, it seems like it'll be based off of ApeCoin, but I think there may be other methods to trade things. Or they'll be earned through play. So that verbiage is really interesting, mainly because, I mean, I'm not sure what all resources will be earned through play. More details to come. I actually think that's covered in the gaming blog post on Yuga News. So we'll actually control tab to that right now. So if we look at the part where we're battling the Shattered, that's probably what they're referring to when they're talking about gameplay rewards. So when a Shattered is defeated, it leaves behind a treasure, and the more efficiently it's defeated, the more rare and exclusive the treasure is. So it seems like there is an implicit scale of rarity and exclusive rewards. So if we logically apply that to the game, I mean, I'm just speculating here. So I guess it would make sense that well, let's actually find what kind of resources are going to, or maybe not even resources, what items are going to be dropped based off of this loot box. So, I mean, here we can kind of see this is the alpha gaming footage. I really wanted to kind of go more in depth in the other vlog post, but so here I am now. Seems like there's ApeCoin up here in the corner. There's a Coda button here. There's a couple of cards here. We can kind of see elements as well. And then we can can see a combo bar. There's the main thing's the loot box. So I mean, this is probably after you defeated the Shattered. And then we have the marketplace that looks like a marketplace button, and then we have the leaderboard. So all the key elements are here. I'm not sure what this is here. I'm not sure what that button is. It looks kind of interesting, but it makes sense that everything is focused about around fighting the Shattered, getting those rewards, and then you can build more new and exciting things based on what you get in the drop. So we're just kind of trying to figure out what the drops are, doing a little bit of speculation, detective work here. But if we keep scrolling down, environment tiers dictate possible Shattered rewards, such that tier 1 other deeds compete only against tier 1. Okay, so basically, this covers like tier competition. And then in future seasons, artifacts and resources will come into play, and more about each other deeds traits will be unveiled over time. We want to do that meta. And then we go to the leaderboard here. We can kind of see that the race to defeat the Shattered as fast as possible will be tracked with a collection of treasures or other items. So 2, not 2 as in like you get 2, but there's a demarcation line of types of things that you get rewarded per environment tier. So these items, similar to the treasures the Shattered leave upon defeat, are limited and seasonal. Okay, so seems like, I mean, if you scroll down, we can, so the items are limited and seasonal. That probably refers to seasonal catalyst, maybe. I'm not sure. The verbiage is the same, so I'm making an assumption here. I'm making a speculation here, but seems like it could be cosmetic, could be in-game resources. I'm not sure. But if we scroll down even further, we can kind of see, if we go to the part where it says unearthed artifacts, they give a little bit more information here. So while some unearthed artifacts will be consistent across all leaderboard tiers, each tier will have a limited supply, which means that people are going to want to do it faster in order to get the unearthed artifacts. So some of these treasures will be utilized to enhance a Voyager's gameplay while within Legends of the Mara, and others will aid the friends. So the friends are the ally NFTs that you can put in the ally slot of your other deed. Obviously, the details for that have not been released yet, so I'm not sure. Don't take that for what it is right now. But if we take a look at this image here, we can kind of see, hey, this looks like a spell book. This looks like a pickaxe, and this seems like a potion. So maybe the potions necessarily kind of affect maybe health. Maybe I'm assuming. Maybe. I'm not sure. Maybe mining rates. I don't know, but it seems like the pickaxe is gonna help people or mine stuff more effectively. I know there were shovels as well. And I know there's a big resource. There's a big artifact list that you can find on Otherside Wiki. That's a really useful tool. I would recommend taking a look at them and joining their Discord for that information. But we don't necessarily know everything about all the recipes yet, so that's still yet to be determined. So we've kind of determined, hey, there's going to be artifacts that get dropped. There's going to be other seasonal types of items that get dropped, and they're limited and seasonal. But again, they did refer to like scaling rarity, so maybe that refers to resources here or earned through play. So maybe that refers to basic resourcing, but I'm not sure for sure. But do keep that in mind when the game comes out. I would try to plan for that. But anyways, outside of just like artifacts and stuff like that, it seems like the bigger and more complex an object is, the more resources needed to manufacture it. So outside of just like things of the pickaxe or potion size, I mean, we can create bigger things. Well, I guess we'll see then. So we go into imbuing. So some objects may optionally be imbued with special properties by imbuing resources as a part of the manufacturing process. So that's also interesting. If that's like some type of enchantment mechanism or gameplay experience, but I mean, there's also RNG, so gamblers beware. So this gives a chance for each item to get a random special property as it is manufactured. So the better the resources used for imbuing, the better the potential special properties. So I guess we'll figure out all those things when the community decides to scattershot discover everything. So again, it is all just early in development, and I'm sure a lot of things will shift, change, and evolve as we go through these. So I mean, we're gonna skip past the engine because this is just kind of like technicals. But if we go to the Agora here, I mean, we can see all the resource types here, and they're all interacting with each other. And this is obviously referring to their planned marketplace. So the Agora is the Otherside's planned marketplace for buying, sorting, and finding, trading, and selling a huge variety of things that can be created, farmed, harvested, and more. So there is a lot of stuff. There is a lot of stuff. If you're unfamiliar with all of the resources, sediments, possible recipes that will come up in the future, I would highly recommend that you join the Otherside, the Otherside Wiki Discord. Yeah, that's what it's called. I'm always in there, and I know that it's going to be a huge undertaking when the game launches. There's going to be a lot of people looking for resources, recipes, and anything related to information on how to, I guess, get a gaming advantage. A better. Everybody's gonna try to get to the top of the leaderboard, and there's gonna be a lot of recipe hunters and resource barons, and there's gonna please help. um, yeah, we're gonna try to build out this wiki to categorize everything. So, um, it's just a useful tool. But I'm getting kind of off topic. So the Agora is basically just their marketplace for everything. It's not viable for this type of stuff to occur on, say, OpenSea or Gem or OpenSea Pro or whatever, especially if it's an in-game ecosystem marketplace. So you can do your buy sell trade inside of it, and it's going to be the fastest, easiest, and most secure place to participate and enjoy the benefits of Otherside's economy. So it seems like a native in-game marketplace UI tool, but it does seem like it will be available to use on maybe Gem or OpenSea, but we'll see. So again, that's interesting. I feel like that refers when the in manufacturing it referred to referred to all objects required in order to get stuff. You need to either farm it, trade for it, or earn it. And it seems like this is just another means and methods for the community to interact with each other and really collaborate and I guess find price for a lot of the crafting items and resources. And I'm sure it's going to be really interesting when all that stuff drops. And I know there's a lot of people that are really interested in that as well. So, I mean, if you like that type of stuff, I know there are certain games out there that have really complex resource crafting and game economies. I know I personally I like that type of stuff. I mean, I was a big fan of Path of Exile, and I know there are other game communities and really people who really like that. So I mean, this is gonna appeal to you. But again, we got to go back to the Agora here. I'm getting off topic. Excuse me. But as we continue to develop Otherside, both in Armored K, I don't know how to say this word, experiences in the creation of our community of developers and players. It's going to grow in supply and demand for the natural resources of the Otherside base and the experiences that are created. So this is basically a paragraph saying there's a meta that's going to happen, and there are certain strategies and ways to play the game that's going to appeal to everybody essentially. And I mean, we expect users to craft all kinds of stuff, and the possibility is only limited by the creativity of people who build. And your actions will shape the inherent utility of the resources that you harvest and the items that you craft using the ODK and the loot that you find across the other side. So it's going to be wild. I can say that for sure. And the economy is going to be incredible and complex. And I'm really excited for all the stuff that's coming. And I'm interested in how ApeCoin will also come into play. I mean, the Otherside ecosystem uses ApeCoin, and there's more information related to that. But as we look forward, I mean, that was just kind of my TLDR of the light paper that pertains to Legends of the Mara. Again, I know in the beginning of the game, I know a lot of you are looking to find the land that you want. I know that I got a couple other blog posts that have how to pick your land, what resources may be important, what environments may be important. I know I still gotta make a couple videos here and there. But again, to recap this video, there's going to be a lot of crafting recipes. There's going to be a huge marketplace of things to buy and sell. We went through the manufacturing process, so buy, sell, trade. There's going to be recipes and stuff to find. I'm kind of rambling on this point, but thank you for getting this far. Again, you can find me in the Otherside Wiki. I know that's going to be a really critical place going forward. It's probably going to be a singularity and wellspring of knowledge coming forth in the form of its website and the form of its Discord. So feel free to ping me there, find me there. I'm also on the other side official Discord, so you can catch me. You can catch me there. But hey, I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for getting this far. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell button. It always helps. But hey, I'll see you on the other side.